Good morning, and welcome to sunny Winnipeg again. Yeah, I was outside this morning talking to my neighbor, and he was sitting on his back, I guess you'd call it a porch, more of a balcony type thing. What do you call those things anyway? It's attached to the back of your house and it's all open. I can't remember. Okay. Deck. That's it. The back deck. Anyway, he's sitting out on his deck and he's all bundled up and his coffee cup's in his hand, and it was cold out there. The days of having the top window open, and listening to the birds tweeting, I don't think we're going to get any more days like that, unless we're really lucky, at least first thing in the morning. Right now I got my furnace running, can you believe it? Well, yeah, I live in Winnipeg, so I can believe it. Okay, now, yesterday I hit a milestone with my scooter. Now, only figuratively speaking, I hit a milestone. I didn't actually literally hit a milestone. The only thing I've hit with that poor little scooter is potholes. I gotta get something with bigger wheels. Anyway, I had to do an oil change last night, or yesterday afternoon. And the idea is when it's brand new, you change the oil after the first 1,000 kilometers. Well, I knew I was pretty close to the 1,000 kilometers, and after I was out scooting around yesterday, I pushed the button that changes it from the clock mode, which I usually have on, to the mileage mode. And I was surprised I had 1,022 kilometers on it. So it was 22 kilometers past its due date. So I changed the oil, and the easiest way to change the oil in that little thing is because I think the engine is rated at 4.7 horsepower or something. I'll look it up and let you know. I'll put it down below. Anyway, that little engine doesn't take very much oil, and so I calculated out, according to the specifications, how much oil it takes by weight, because that's the easiest way to get the right amount in, at least for me. Otherwise, you're constantly adding and checking the dipstick. But if you know exactly how much to put in right from the get-go, just a one-time thing, right? So it takes 575 grams of oil by weight. Yeah, it's probably about 750 milliliters or something. Anyway. So that's what I did. So it's got a fresh drink of oil. So we're good now. I think the next time I'm supposed to change it is at 4,000 kilometers. Yeah. So, but that's not going to be happening this year, I don't think. I wouldn't say the novelty is wearing off. Not by any means. I was out again yesterday for over an hour. I have the same route that I go over and over and over again. I've mentioned that. Anyway, enough about the scooter. We haven't talked about the sunrise. Well, that's because I didn't notice whether it was nice or not this morning. I'll dub it in later, just a little shorty. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. Now, about our gangway that goes down the side of the ship. I was mentioning to somebody in the comments this morning that what I'm going to do is I'm going to practice on the side of the ship that is going to be up against the back of the case, which will be this side right here. So it kind of works out. The manual is drawn with the ship orientated the way it is. So what I'm going to do is these 4 ladders here that I've made up they're all exactly the same. And what you do to make ladders that go down one side of the ship, you bend them one way, and to go on the other side of the ship, you bend them the opposite way. And so I'm just going to figure out which way I've got to bend this now. And if it doesn't work out, if they just are too awful looking, I'm just not going to put them on. Oh, by the way, California Paul finished his Iowa. And as near as I can tell, he did not put his on. And I think UK Paul, military modeler Paul. It seems to me he said he was not going to put his on his Nelson. So they don't have to go on. For one thing, they wouldn't always be on. They were designed to be removed. Like when you're, they weren't always hanging down the side, dragging in the water. Okay, let's recompose here and see if we can't maybe get this ladder bent. I think it's going to be fun. Oh, I got to finish cleaning up the pieces here, and I'm going to maybe. Oh, another comment. One of the viewers mentioned that this little part right here. Okay, at least I think he was talking about this one here. He's talking about the K9, I think. Anyway, what I could do is drill holes in the side of the ship, and then sort of plug it into the holes. That might be a good idea. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but it's a thought. I'm pretty sure that was the side that's what he was talking about. The K9. I forget now. I don't have the comment right in front of me, so let's move on. Okay, I was looking in the screen here, and I was noticing that maybe having these parts laying on the manual is not a good idea, because it's kind of hard to tell what is drawing like this and what is parts. Anyway, these are all parts, and well, the plastic ones, I guess you can tell. But I think that this up here is the top of the ladder, and this is the bottom. So I have to bend everything accordingly so that I can get this area up here to sort of look like this right here. Now maybe we should go over to the other drawing that is to the right here, or maybe I can superimpose it. That might be the easiest way. Yeah. So this. Which way would this have to bend now, so that I have to have it so that the railing is up. Whoops. Maybe I've got too much stuff on the page here. Okay, so that this railing doesn't want to turn here. It's digging in on me. Okay, this part right here. Okay, the railing has to go up, and then this little piece would turn down, and it somehow hooks into, like, yeah, you can see there's a little hole right here, and I believe there's a little hole right here, and that is somehow supposed to fasten onto that hinge. So if this folds up like this, yeah, that would sort of work. Where's my wide Tamiya plier here? Okay, now I'm probably best off trying to do this off camera, because what's going to happen is if I try to do it on camera, I won't be able to get my angles just quite right. But I'm just going to go ahead. Or where's Andy's bender? Maybe Andy's bender would fit. Let me get these. I should really put these back in their tin, so I'm not going to lose them. Well, you know what? Andy's bender just might work. Let's see if we can carefully put this railing underneath here. Get rid of all this stuff. Okay. Okay, that's good. Should be about right. I'm starting to scratch the Stylorez primer off. Okay, now if I can put it, see, I'm going to want to be able to fold it up so that this doesn't catch on anything. You know what? I think we should put the macro lens on. Okay, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bend this one this way, and if when I hold it up to the side of the ship it's obviously the wrong way, I'll just take another one and I'll bend it the opposite way. So because it's kind of hard to envision here, and I just want to try and get this just right before I lower the breaker bar. I'm calling this part that I'm touching right now the breaker bar. I don't know if that's the right terminology or not. Okay. Let's see what happens when I lower this down now. Is that going to be in the right place? That's pretty good here. There we go. All right. Now, let's just move this. We don't need this here right now. And where's my razor blade? Okay, now be careful not to move anything out of the field of view here, because I think I more or less got it. Okay, now we're going to get this underneath and just lift the whole thing up. Now, unfortunately, you can't see it bending now, can you? Well, that's not good. Well, on the other hand, I want to bend everything more or less evenly. And I want you to be able to see it. Oh, here, I could do this. You know, you can sort of see it. No, my lighting is wrong. I just can't win, can I? This has to go to 90 degrees here. Now this part here, is it catching on anything going to bend out of shape on me? Okay, that's 90 degrees. All right, now, obviously it has to come out of there. Now, how far up are we going to bend it if we turn this around? I just have to be careful that I don't accidentally bend these end pieces the wrong way. I'm going to recompose here. I was just looking in the monitor. This is not clear. Okay, I think this will be somewhat better. I'm looking straight down on it now so I can see where the nose of the breaker bar is going to fall when I crank it down. Okay, I think that's going to be good. Yeah, that's going to be all right. Okay, once again, now when we bend this up, it's going to hit the bender here. So we have to be very careful here. Maybe I'll turn this. Okay, I think you can still see it. Now you can see it bending. Just get it in there. It's always a bit of a challenge for me to be able to video this. I know I say this way too much, but videoing the aspects of this are okay. I think that's not too bad. Let's have a little look here now and see what's going to happen. Okay, so, oh my, I can see a lot of bare photo etch glinting there. Now we can squeeze this together later, get it the right shape. Now, yeah, the ladder is supposed to go at an angle like this. Okay. Just let me back off here again. Maybe I should be putting taking the macro lens off. Well, this doesn't seem right. Okay, when I bend this, oh yeah, no, I guess it would be. Yeah, when I bend this around, it'll be square. Yeah, there's no way I can do this, I don't think, using Andy's bender here, unless maybe somehow from the back in here. Could I grab it in there? Let's just see what's going to happen. Having a hard time picking this up with my fingers, yet I don't want to be scratching it with the tweezer either. Maybe I should be using Andy's tweezer. Where are they? I've lost them again. They were hiding under the manual. Okay. No, this is not going to work. I'm going to have to use, probably the best thing to use would be the small photo etch bending plier. Where are they? Like this. Now, okay, now this has to be, sorry to be getting my fingers in your way here. Something like this. And then just grab onto it right there. And then we want to bend it right there at that stanchion. Okay, I think I'm squeezing right now. Put my finger under here. Oh, that's not quite right. Okay, squeeze hard and bend. Oh. Maybe if I was to put it on something flat, I'm going to have to recompose again. Okay, I got a problem here. Well, first of all, I think some of you probably picked up on it, that this thing here, I bent it the wrong way. Instead of folding it around in this way, I should have bent it so that it went out this way, because one of these has to go hinged right on the, see if I just move this like this, yeah, it gets hinged like this, right there. And then, this is not working out. This is not working out. Okay, now, if I make all of these ladders the same way, that means that on one side of the ship, and it seems to me I've had this conversation before, that these ladders, when the ship is moving slowly forward, which it often would be, when somebody was trying to get on or off, like say from the pilot boat or something like that, if they're the wrong way, the bottom of the ladder is going to dig in, and it shouldn't dig in. It should sort of feather out as a swell would rise up and go over the lower treads and what have you, and it should sort of lift it up. At least that's the way I would think it would be. But the way these four pieces are all exactly the same way, and you would think, well, if I was to turn one piece over, then it becomes the other way. Except if you turn it over, you can't, because it's as you can see, it's got pegs here that are supposed to fit in the. I'm going to see if I can find some photos of the Iowa from from around in the early 40s, and see which way were these things facing. Were they all the same direction, if you know what I mean? And half of them were wrong, and it doesn't make sense. Now, after our nice sunrise this morning, I was swinging the pan-tilt zoom over to the bird feeder again, and I couldn't help but notice, oh my goodness, the bird seeds are really getting eaten up, at least the ones on the left side are. And I thought, well, I guess I better get out there, which I did. Very shortly after I came back into the house, this is what we saw. Okay, I am sure that we have had this conversation before about the direction of the ladders on this side of the ship. The ship is traveling this way. See, it says to bow right there. It's going this way. The ladders are positioned so that they're going to dig into the water as it goes along, in case there are swells, And the photograph that I found clearly shows them going back, trailing, not digging in. So I think Trumpeter has got this wrong. I really do. I think they got this wrong. So fortunately, the other side of the ship, these ladders will be positioned so that they are trailing back. And this other side is the side that is going to be visible. It's going to be to the, this side's going to be to the back. So this side then is going to be to the opposite of the back. Yeah, to the glass side, to the side we're going to see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue on and just sort of practice on these until I get it right. But I've wasted enough time here today. And what do we got here? It's 24.2 and rising. What am I doing in the house? Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.